Welcome back, ladies. That was some nice drone shot there. Put it in follow me mode, and a little sketchy along these trees for the drone anyhow. But I got it staged just right, and we are back to planting corn. I finished up that other field pretty quick. Come to find out, it was just a couple sensors. Go figure. New stuff, sensors, wiring, and all that whatnot. I don't know how I feel about this high-speed planter. It is nice, it is fast, but I got a feeling I'm going to have a lot of small breakdowns with it just because we're moving across the field at 10 mile an hour. It's pretty rough. No matter what you do, it's going to be rough, so that's why I slow down for the waterways. I see the mower miss some. Well, that's cute. But we are out here no-tilling in corn. Should be able to get myself a good cover with the rye stubble that is down, and not have too big of a weed issue. Either way, it doesn't matter because the co-op's going to come out and spray everything. We'll see roughly how much I get done today. I'm gonna try to bust this smaller or bigger, one of my bigger fields out, I should say. And it feels small because I'm used to a 4X. But we are gonna bust this field out and try to get the bales picked up before they get rained on, and gotta keep an eye on that because the chance of rain has been going up slightly as today progresses. The rain's supposed to come tomorrow. I don't really want to be destroying my alfalfa field while it rains, pushing around in the mud, matting it down. It does hurt it, damage it. You're not going to get as good of a cut. And going and picking up bales, you can either stay in the same path and really ruin it, or you can move all around and destroy a bunch. So best bet is just get them out of the field while it's dry. I do have what was it? 37 bales to pick up, I think is what was on the counter. So that'll definitely be interesting. But we'll get them stacked away and keep moving forward. I was lucky enough with the repair to the planter, the dealer had it right on hand. I didn't have to wait for anything. So I guess going back to the planter, that is the best case scenario running this newer equipment. You don't have to wait for them to try to find it somewhere else. Now, we do need to get a dozer or a contractor out here and clean up some of these, I'd call them washouts more than waterways, because those are really deep. But that's fall work. I will not be putting this field back to rye. So my plan through double cropping is kind of rotated around quite a bit. I don't want to pull and strip everything off of here every year for 2 crops a year. That's really hard on your ground, but also not putting any beans in, and that's kind of where I'm thinking get into a good rotation with beans. Also is going to help me replenish the nutrients in the soil. I'm not ready to go into crop farming just yet. I don't want to spend the money to build a bin or a grain leg. I'd have to buy a combine, which I don't have. So we'll have to see what I can find around. Be looking on Facebook Marketplace quite a bit for a used combine. I don't necessarily think I'll need a big combine because we're not going to do a lot of corn. But if I can find a decent sized combine to run 30 foot, maybe a 25 foot platform head, that would be nice. I want to be able to burn through the beans, but obviously beans would be right around silage time, a little bit after silage time, and then the corn's going to be late, especially planting this the corn this late. If I would combine any corn, it's going to be late in October because we're going to let it dry out in the field as much as possible. So again, I might just be putting up a nice little 15,000 bushel grain bin. Might put up a little bit bigger. I'm not sure. Might just throw a couple down. We'll see. That mower is really deficient out here. Note to self, do not use course play on end rows. But there's one pass around, and I did not use GPS to mark out the outer edge of the field, so I am still using the markers. And yes, the markers on this planner are still deficient. So I'm struggling a bit with it. I like to play, I like to mod, and then it goes, oh hey, I forgot to do this, so maybe I should go mod this, and I'm already playing, and it's like, no, I'm already playing. This is my only issue with the markers. Can see it from third person view pretty decent. Can't see it at all in first person view. I think I need to fix up the rye a little bit, because it's not really disappearing where I'm going either. I got another idea to kind of go with these RCR planners that I thought about doing, but it's going to be very taxing on the PCs, especially when you get into a 12 row, 16 row, 24 row planners. And I really don't see any good 6 row, 8 row planners coming about anytime soon to really test things out before I move up to the big. But I got a good idea on what I'm going to do with the rye to kind of make this all better. And it just give me time. I'm probably talking about it way too much, and I should just wait until it's done. But I need to get the free time to do it and the ambition to like tie it all together. I also need a little assistance through the crop stuff and Blender to make it right. But if I can get it dialed in, I'll be very happy and moving forwards. I don't know what else to talk about. I mean, we're just planting. Gonna have a lot of overplant here. I need to get my section control back out and working. So yeah, it's another one of them days where hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And oh, I did get the co-op to come out and fertilize my other fields. So that is taken care of. They're paid off and all that fancy jazz. And I am now looking to rent a side dresser for this. I just didn't have time to side dress the other stuff. So I gave them the money to do it for me, which in reality it's going to pay off. I should be able to get a pretty decent yield out of that stuff, especially for silage. Now that is where I want to bring up, do I chop it or do I combine it? Since it is earlier, I could let it sit out there even longer and dry down even more. But also with my worry on that, the longer you leave it sit out there, the bigger chance you got for it going down. And if corn goes down, you're going to lose the cobs. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're going to lose the ears on the ground and not get them all. So I'm a little nervous about that, but we're going to give... we got until fall to worry about it. I'm not terribly concerned. We have until fall to deal with all this. And this, yeah. See, I keep going back and forth, and I just need to let it be. I can worry about it later, is what I should say. And actually, not tilling this field up at all is saving me some money because it's one less pass across the field, or two, however you want to do it. And three, the erosion control, and four, you got some nutrients here. So we'll come out and nuke it for the rye to make sure it's all dead, not gonna hurt me at all. And then we will um, be putting nitrogen on after that. So in about, oh, what is that? About a week, I'll have corn popping, and the rye will take quite a while to decompose. So even if it is dead, it still acts like straw down on the ground and holds the soil. The roots are still on the ground, not fully decomposed. So I also thought about just straight up VT in this, which means I'd have to get a VT. But then again, I don't know. Put it in the comments, ladies. What should I be doing? No tilling? VTing? I'm not sure. Hmm. I need to get the co-op to come out here and actually give me like a true fertilization program, so I know how much liquid manure I should be putting down. It's not going to be like down to the pinpoint area, I don't think. I think I'm just going to do it roughly based on the field, because I don't want to get too crazy with worrying about how I'm going to be putting down liquid manure, because it's going to be chop it, get the manure on, and hurry up and get my rye into it for the most part. And that's obviously the fields I'm going to be putting the rye in. So with that being said, I have to be ready to go at a moment's notice with that. And then the fields I'm not putting rye in, I got time to handle it. I do plan on chisel plowing the fields that I don't put the rye in, open up the soil. It it's not a bad deal to go every other year doing some deep tillage, but I also have to be careful on too much uh, too much tillage. I don't have any stalk residue when I chop the corn like you would when you combine it, so I gotta kind of worry about that a little bit too. So every other year, kind of till it, no till it, get rid of the compaction and whatnot. But then, yeah, we'll see. I'm done talking. Enjoy some planting footage, and we'll check the rain later. I'm not sure how many of you guys actually know that I got a 4455, but it was on the liquid agitator, the manure pump agitator, whatever. So got that one put away, put it in shed. She's a little small for the feeder wagon. So again, all on Facebook Marketplace, I'm kind of looking for cheaper slash bigger, more horsepower. if that one's got to sell, it's got to sell. I don't need anything crazy front wheel assist or nothing for the feed mixer, but yeah. Hey, let me just grab a monster here. Oh, wrong one. This will have to do. Alright, time to go pick up some bales. Throw that one aside. Get in the 8000 series and get some bales picked up. She's dirty. Definitely need to do something about this girl. Someday. Somehow. Oh, where are we going to split off to? Perfect. You always kind of look. They're in a cluster usually. It's funny how it works out. But drop the trailer somewhere in the middle-ish. And you're usually fine. And, ooh, yeah, we need to get the dozer out here too. Clean up the hayfield and everything. Clean all these ravines up. I don't necessarily want to put grass down for waterways out here. I'll just keep it my clover alfalfa mix. But I did have to stop planting just to get these bales picked up. Otherwise, like I said before, we'd be destroying the alfalfa a lot worse than what I am right now. And I really don't feel like replanting alfalfa out here or trying to deal with that. If I gotta spend all night getting corn in, that's way easier than trying to pick up bales in the dark. So that's kind of my options right now, is get the bales picked up because I can see them, and planting corn is just as simple as push the button and you know you're going straight. So why would I not do that at night? Boy, oh boy, this is going to take a bit. I don't know why I put myself through this much hurt. I should just get a big square baler. Then I could stack it in the shed, utilize the shed space all the way around. Be nice and square in there. But here we are, running hay bales, or hay round bales. How would you say that? Running round bales in alfalfa hay? Whatever, it don't matter. And then I also thought, like I said before in the previous video, I might have a flat deck bale trailer for the semi. Then I could really get this stuff done. But to be honest with you, I should probably save my money until I go to put one of the other fields that are farther away in alfalfa. I got another 2 years at least on this rotation of alfalfa. Usually want to replant it about every 5 years. So you ladies do the math and figure that one up. Because I'm sitting pretty good. It's still yielding great out here. Especially if I give it another week. Everybody kind of almost cuts their alfalfa a week too soon. But the first cutting is the most important cutting to let sit out and let it flower good. Make sure you get it all flowered, because from there on the plant will not flower as tall. So the first cutting, if you let flower a little bit taller, you don't seem to have as much loss the second cutting. And it all depends really how the weather goes for a fourth cutting. I suggest not doing a fourth cutting because you want to give it time to get the roots and everything established for winter, but that's all personal preference. If it's getting a little late and it's short like this, you're taking a risk of the frost really damaging the plant itself, the root system. And it'll take longer for your first cutting to come about in the spring. But then again, the way farming works is you're based on the weather, no matter what you do. You could get a nice wet spring and everything grows up great and it dries out for the first cutting. You get out here, cut it, and not get another bit of rain until late summer, and not have crap for second cutting. Or you get no spring rain, wait a little bit longer for your first cutting, and then it rains non-stop and your second cutting is wet and you're going into the third cutting longer. So again, weather is my boss. I just kind of sit here and do my thing. And I'm not going to bore you ladies with the whole moving around bales the whole time. I just felt like giving you a little bit of information here and break up the video from planting a little bit. The next video will be side dressing corn once it's up, and I have to get everything around the farm cleaned up. I gotta clean the tractors, service the tractors, and keep the cows coming pretty good to try to get some money back from them. And I guess at that point I don't have a whole lot more to share besides me doing all the maintenance, which you already seen what's in the fridge. So you take a nice Bud Heavy and a Monster and you get stuff done. The garage beers are the best, but the issue is the fridge is always there, and you always seem to like run out of Monster before you run out of Budweiser or Coors. So there we have it. Beautiful stacking. I think adding the collision to the outer edge is helping. It's obviously helping me. The bales are staying on. It's just the collisions with these bales are a little off, and I don't know if it's just FS25 or if it was my doing or what, but I keep sizing them down, and I don't want to get so small that you got bales sticking into another bale because of the collision. And at some point in time you just got to say, okay, that's fine, that'll do. But the issue with me putting the rigid bodies on the outer edge is now that they don't roll into their place as good, because that bale over the wheel should be resting on the bars. But either way, it is loaded. I'll grab a bale on the way back on the front spear. This is why I got this trailer. You never connect the fifth wheel together fully. Oh wow, I didn't realize that was kind of all the center bales. Yeah, we're just going to take it back to the building because there isn't one right there. It is a bit heavy without a bale on the front, but the old girl does handle it pretty good. And go grab the telehandler to unload with, so I don't have to do it all with the tractor, and the telehandler will grab a couple at a time. So till next time, ladies.